Well, hello there, everyone. Hopefully, you're doing outstanding. Today is Saturday, June the 18th, the year 2022, and I'm doing fantastic. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, attorney, CPA, nothing like that, and my channel doesn't have commercials on it because I'm not monetized. So please click on links below when you want to order something off Amazon. That's one way to thank me for having this channel. Anyway, what's it like having a closed mind? So many people have closed minds. They're fixated on one thing and they're not willing to, open their mind to other ideas. It's plagued society for centuries, I'd say. Anyway, a lot of folks have closed minds in regards to investing as well. And what triggered me to talk about this subject is a video I watched yesterday. It was on Lumberjack Landlord's channel with Michael Zuber. And it caught my attention because it was something talking about net worth compared to cash flow, whatever the exact title was. So compare net worth and cash flow. One thing that I agree with that they said is that cash flow is the most important thing. That's what investors need to measure. They need to measure their cash flow. But at the same time, they both sort of dissed net worth. Michael Zuber said on a ranking from A to Z, A being the best, net worth would be somewhere, I forget exactly his letter. He says not a Z, but it's down closer to there. Again, closed minds, closed minds, closed minds. Why do I say both of them have closed minds? They're uneducated, in certain topics. They proclaim themselves as being experts, but they're uneducated. I readily admit I am not an expert on anything. Okay? So I'm not saying I'm an expert on anything. But the folks who say they have channels like they're the best, they're the top dog, they know what they're talking about. And then they talk on topics that they're just wrong. And I've told Michael Zuber certain things in regards to net worth, not net worth per se, but another investment I have. And he doesn't want me to talk about it on his channel, which I don't understand why. All right. But anyway, what I'm talking about is oil drilling investments and mineral rights acreage investments. All right, to make either investment, you have to be accredited. To be accredited, you have to have a net worth, either a high annual salary or a net worth of at least $1 million, not counting your primary residence. So if you want to invest in either of those energy investments, net worth is extremely important. If you don't have it, you can't do it. You can invest in real estate with a $0 net worth. You can have a negative net worth and invest in real estate. Cash flow is the most important thing in regards to that. To retire early, cash flow is the most important thing. But to dismiss net worth as being not important, it's just not worthwhile tracking. It's just wrong. It's a closed mind. Because I dare say between my oil investment and my mineral rights investment, they are going to beat the returns on some of my rental properties, maybe all of my rental properties. I don't know the answer yet because they haven't played out fully. And even if they don't beat them, they're going to come close to it. All right, so they're going to come close to it. So to invest in either of those, you have to be accredited. To be accredited, you have to have a high net worth. So now maybe somebody will refer Zuber or Lumberjack Landlord to this video because maybe they'll understand, oh, there is a reason why net worth is important. Oh, there is an investment that perhaps does better than real estate. So anyway, I digress. But having a closed mind, I have talked to individuals about investing. And I've had individuals tell me there's no way they'd invest in the stock market because it's gambling, it's a risk, they'll lose all their money. That's, again, uneducated ignorance talking there, because if you're investing in the stock market, you're investing in the economy. You can invest in American companies, global companies that are what runs this country, which runs this world, meaning we need those businesses to live the lifestyle that we're living. You can invest in those companies. Is there a risk? Sure. Is there the unknown, like you don't know what they're doing inside those companies' doors? Sure. But if you're educated, you can do great in the stock market. You can have better returns in the stock market than you can have in real estate, except for one big reason. With real estate, you can use leverage. You can use other people's money to buy real estate to give you leverage to get it. And by doing that, you can have returns 20%, 30%, 40% consistently. With stocks, I have picked out stocks that have doubled in a year's time. That's 100% return in a year's time. Okay. I could sell them and buy another stock that perhaps will double in a year's time or 18 months. That beats real estate. But if I had $15,000 and I double it, I have 30. If I have $15,000 and I put it on a down payment on a house that cost me $55,000, and in 3 years that house is worth $110,000, and I'm getting rent of say $1,300, that's a pretty daggone good return right there, isn't it? And I'm using other people's money. So there's so many real estate investors that will diss stocks. It's wrong, because you can have a great return with stocks. If you're just straight out an index fund investor, you're not going to have great returns. Sure, you'll get a positive return over time. You'll do whatever the stock market average is, but you want to have great returns. There are index fund investors who have a closed mind to investing in individual stocks. They think it's too much work. It's not. It is not. Real estate to me is so much more work up here than it is than compared to stock investing. Stock investing, you let the educated guys that got the motley fool do the work, and all you got to do is read what they talk about or watch their videos and listen to what they talk about. It's not complicated at all. But anyway, but then with energy investing, we got to look at the macro picture sometimes. There are things going on in this world that affect investors. And one of the things going on right now is energy is expensive. All of us use energy. My lights are on. How are they on? There's energy. All right. So there are times, such as now, if you make an investment into the energy space, you can perhaps have more lucrative returns than you would with real estate, than you would with stocks, you would with crypto, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So don't have a closed mind in regards to alternative investments. Yes, there are some folks who they can only focus on one thing, so they'll say, I'll do this and I'll do it the best I can do it. That's fine. That's fine. I'm that way as well. Like with real estate, I went from 0 to 25 in just under 4 years. I became accredited. I found out about alternative investments because I didn't know about these prior. It opened my eyes up to another world of investing that also has great returns, great perks, great benefits to them. Okay? So don't close your mind off. Keep an open mind. Keep it an open mind in regards to a lot of things. All right? If you grew up believing something, you might be wrong. If you're an adult and you change your thought from being a child to a different thought, again, you might be wrong. You know, none of us are experts in everything. None of us are as educated as we potentially could be. There are many ways to learn. You can learn by listening. You can learn by reading. You can learn by listening to other folks talk. Okay? You can learn by watching YouTube. You can read books, etc., etc., etc. I encourage you to read books or to listen to books. I do have links below with real estate investing books. I need to stick another book in there I'm reading now, but I'll do it. I'll do a little review on it when I'm done, and then I'll put the link below, and etc., etc., etc. Remember, those links below, you can buy anything you want on Amazon. You don't have to buy those books. Even though if you're an investor, you need to have those books. But anyway, in regards to open mind versus closed mind, it's hard. I understand it's hard. We're all biased in a certain way. We all have different experiences. We see things differently. We've grown up in different time periods. We've grown up in different parts of the world. So we have biases. Every person, every human being has a bias of some sort. But do your best. I know it's hard. Do your best to keep an open mind. Educate yourself about other things. This channel is about investing, financial stuff. Educate yourself as time goes on about other ways of investing, because there might be a time when real estate falls out of favor. Maybe the government does something to make, they cap rent, or they just do something to make real estate investing more riskier. Open your mind to learning other ways of investing. Maybe I'm talking energy investing, but maybe 3 years from now, 4 years from now, the price of oil drops to $20 a barrel. Perhaps you don't want an investment in oil. Open your mind to investing in stocks or real estate or something else, crypto, or whatever comes about in the future. Okay? Hopefully this has helped you in some way. I'm not dissing any other YouTuber. I'm just cautioning you to keep an open mind. Don't take what any YouTuber says as gospel. Don't take what I say as gospel. Don't take what Millennial Mike says, what Zuber says, Lumberjack Landlord, Dion Talks, Coach Carson, Bigger Pockets. Don't take anything as gospel because sometimes they're wrong. Okay? Or sometimes they just don't know. So learn from everyone. Don't stick solely to one way of learning. Don't stick solely to one person. Okay? Learn, because if you are, you'll get on that one-track mind too. Learn from a variety of people. Learn different opinions. Doesn't mean you need to agree with them, but learn different opinions. Learn different takes on things. This person sits over here. This person sits over here. This person sits over here. They both see the same thing, right? But they're seeing it from a different perspective. This one's seeing that way. This one's seeing that way. That's how all of us are. I'm sitting here looking at that camera. You're sitting wherever you're at, looking at whatever you're looking at to watch this video. So, but anyway, I digress. It's a Saturday. It's the weekend. There's a federal holiday Monday. So some of you workers may have the day off, a long 3-day weekend, or some of you may get extra compensation because maybe you have to work on Monday. So, or maybe you don't get extra compensation. All right, good enough. Have a great day. Mazske is signing off.